Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's 10 to 6 here in the UK. And I've been sitting here all afternoon watching the SPX. I'm sure you all saw the dire GDP number. Nevertheless, markets have moved up significantly. And on VectorVest, folks, the breadth of the market has increased enormously, where the buy-sell ratio, the number of shares in the buy divided by the number of shares in the sell, has got to a level that it hasn't been for a very long time. As you can see, the short-term trend of the market is up, and it's been up now for over a week. The underlying trend, if it closes like this, will in fact be up. The longest term measure of the trend on VectorVest is still down. Okay, so aggressive traders should in fact be in the market, and there was a medium term signal called the DEW, which in fact fired a buy signal last week. I don't think, folks, that we're out of the woods yet, so one needs to be careful. I've got the SPX, as you can I'm sure all know, and this move up, and last week I sent out a video. I thought it was going to go to 4082, and earlier this week I felt the situation was quite positive. We had 0.75 of an interest rate hike last night, which was as expected, and we had that, as I say, really dire GDP number this afternoon. Nevertheless, we're moving up now. Let's just have a look at this in a little bit of detail. This is a 3-month chart of the cash SPX. And the very first thing, I've done this before on here, but if we actually take a fib from this down to here, there was 5 waves down here, and I think that every Elliottician in the world will be counting on this as 3 up. And I was looking at that level of about 4080, and that's pretty much where we're getting to now, bar the shouting. Now, a very interesting aspect of the fib is that we can actually use fib for targets. This is an internal retracement of this range, but if I actually take an extension of this, we can see that it's sitting on pretty much the same place. So I think that this is a very important level, somewhere between here and 4080, and markets will make a decision. I have absolutely no doubt that the shorts will come out of hiding somewhere around there. So I would like to see the market well above that level, and with any luck, that's going to happen. Folks, those of you that are in the UK, our market is looking quite strong, but I assure you that if the old SPX turns, we will turn with it. If we now go to the 4-hour chart, which is where most of my trades are, if you look at the video I sent out, I can't remember what day it was, Tuesday I think, I was short into this. I use the RSI as an advance warning of a turn, and I mentioned on Tuesday that trend lines on the RSI, in fact, I believe are much more useful than trend lines on the price. And 2 things happened that convinced me to be a little fairly bullish on this time frame. Remember, before you can define the trend, you have to define the time frame. And on the 4-hour chart, I felt that when that trend line broke, that was a really good leading indicator that we're going to get a move up. Now, more important than that is that this price was rising, but this fellow was falling, and that's what is called reverse divergence. It's a very strong signal, and I've been beating the concept of reverse divergence into the VectorVest clients for some years now. It works in all time frames, folks. So we are getting into an overbought situation here, that's for sure, but there's no divergence in the RSI as yet. The price has been across here. The price was rising, but the RSI was flat. That's divergence, and there was a trend line break somewhere around here. This afternoon wasn't easy, folks, because we had this nice outside bar just before the open, and then the little bugger went down and actually went down and ran the stops, and it went down to 62% of yesterday's range. I'll show you that in a second, but it's moving up very strongly now, so this is without a doubt a fade. I'm long of the market at the moment. I was long yesterday, but I got out before the Fed at 7 o'clock. But nevertheless, in that little bit, there was 22 points in it. And I'm nicely up today, I'm glad to say. The positions are really, really small. And it's amazing how clear you can think when your positions are about a tenth of the size that you normally trade in. So I think that we're moving to 4080, give or take a tick, but I won't hold this overnight, folks. This is close enough for me, and I'm certainly not going to give the stops already at entry. If we have a look at the intraday position, I've got it here. There's the intraday position, and that's that. There's the move up after the number yesterday. It then came back, and as you can see, I've got a 21 and a 55 times 5 minute moving average, and markets love to come back and test that 55 EMA on an intraday basis. So that was difficult today. I sat through that and then moved up, and as I promised you, the fibs just keep on giving, folks, because as you can see, that was exactly 62% retracement from that. So as it broke up through that high, that would have been a great place to have added to that position, and I did. But as I say, my positions at the moment are tiny, and I'm going to keep it like that for the next couple of weeks, maybe for the whole of August, until I'm fully recovered. I've also got a position running in gold. And again, those of you that know me will know that I got smacked on gold as it fell here. I was into gold just about there, and it gave me a smack. That's just the way it is. As you can see, well, you can see there that the market made a big double bottom there, and there was an outside day, and I bought in at 17.17. It's at 53 now. But we're getting a tad overbought here. Normally when my 8-day stochastic gets up into the overbought area, another 3 to 5 days maybe. So I'd be very, very happy if we got a nice move up. And if we got up to 1780, I'd be the happiest man in Notting Hill Gate. So I think that the really, really big trade in gold, and I'm not forecasting, I'm just playing my own little edge, will be when the 8-day stochastic makes its next cycle down to this low. If I go to a weekly chart in gold, we can see that the weekly trend is significantly oversold. What am I talking about? But the daily, as you can see, is starting to get a little bit overbought here. I think that this is going to peter out up here, and hopefully I'll put a few bob in my pocket there. And the next time it comes right down here again, then that would be a great time to add to that position. With any luck on this first run up, we'll get to that 1780 level. So that's what I've been doing, folks, and if we go back to the front page of VectorVest, as you can see, S&P up 30 points on the day, 4052. My best shot at the target would be somewhere up around here. Now, if we break through that level, then the game is on, folks, and then this is in fact not an ABC, but this is 1 and this is 2, and we're in a wave 3 up. Let's hope that's the case, and certainly if you look at the weekly chart on the SPX, that's starting to look quite probable here. 3 waves back, I hope, and we're starting to move up. So really, really, really important levels. Just be careful in markets until the market has got through that 4085, 4083 level and has come back and tested it. It's starting to look very good, especially with the breadth of the market expanding in this way. I hope that that helped a little bit. These videos are running on and getting far, far too long. I shall do my best to try and keep them a little bit more focused in the future. I think tomorrow's going to be an interesting day as well. And with any luck, if I've got the energy, I'll do another one of these tomorrow. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.